Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a perfect clay mix. So ignore the date on this bentonite clay because this video was actually made earlier last year. So first I start with bentonite clay. And then next, I go in with my Rosol clay. This is the Moroccan Rosol clay, and all the benefits are going to be listed in the description box. So I'm using 2 spoons of that. So if you look at the color of this clay, it appears to be reddish or pinkish. So it's come from the Atlas Mountains in Morocco. That's where it's predominantly found. So I use 2 spoons of this one. I use 1 spoon of the bentonite clay, and I'm going to give you another quantity you can use depending on the amount of hair you have. So then next I go with my kaolin clay. I'm using the block form and I mixed it with some warm water to dissolve it. I still had a few lumps, but I will blend all that together. Next, I go in with my apple cider vinegar. Make sure you're using the one with the mother because that's where you have the nutrients. So I give that a little shake and then I add some of it into the mix. So I'm just using a little cup of it. And then next, I'm going to go in with my aloe vera juice. So aloe vera juice really is for, giving it more consistency per se, but also it has its own benefits to the hair and the scalp. So I use 2 little cups of this. It's mainly just for the consistency, like I said earlier, just to blend it in. I would recommend using warm water if you can, because as you can see, this aloe vera juice was cold and that stopped my my mix from blending properly. So I had a lot of lumps because of the temperature of the water. So the warmer the water, the more likely that your clay will mix in properly. So it's all up to you. You can decide to warm up the aloe vera juice a bit more. Then next I go in with some tea tree oil. We all know that tea tree oil has antifungal and antibacterial properties, which is really helpful for the scalp. So I go in with that, and as you can see, I'm still trying to blend in the clay and make sure that the clay is, all the seeds and the lumps are removed. But then another thing is that the longer you leave it, when you leave it covered, it will also remove those lumps. So next I go in with the pH testing paper. So I want to make sure that the pH is around 5, between 5 and 6. I don't want it to be higher than that, because the higher the pH, the more likely it's going to open up our cuticles, which isn't very good for our cuticles or raise our cuticles per se. So what I did is I dipped it in, and we're going to see what the color is going to be like. So if we look at the color on my paper, you can see that it's towards 6 or 7 per se, so that's still quite high. So what I did was I added a little bit of the apple cider vinegar again, so that would bring down the pH a little bit more. So I still give it a little mix again and I test it. This time, if you compare it, the color is closer to 5 and 6, which is what I was aiming for. So yeah, I'm happy with the mix now, so I'm going to go ahead and apply it on my hair. So when you use this on your hair, you always want to make sure that you're starting on damp, detangled hair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.